let's talk about the pieces I am loving right now from Mulberry. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. Those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 2 to 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, I wanted to quickly catch up with you all on a brand that I absolutely love and just share a couple of pieces that I'm currently loving from this brand, and that is, of course, Mulberry. Now, I am very fortunate to have the number of pieces that I have from Mulberry. Over the years, I have owned 10 Mulberry bags. I still own 8 of them. I have 6 from the Bayswater line, one Alexa, and 1 from the Softy line. Plus, I have accessories. I have the Monopoly. I have cufflinks. I have jewelry. So some really nice pieces. Hello, come here. Oh, come and say hi. There we go. Say hello. Again, she was asleep. I always take the opportunity when she's asleep to do a little bit of filming, but then I think she hears my voice, wakes up, does the same when I'm on Teams calls as well. As soon as she hears me speaking, I think there's this thought of, oh, you're talking to me. So up she gets, or she's intrigued by what's going on, which is very sweet. I love it. So anyway, where was I? So yeah, so I've got lots of pieces from Mulberry. I'm very fortunate. With that, I love the brand. I think it's an underrated brand, if I'm honest. However, I want it to keep going, and I want it to be a really strong and well-recognized brand, but I don't want it to become so popular that they adjust their price points, because I think their price points are great. And the fact that you can buy, great pre-loved pieces, great pieces from the store directly, great pieces from the outlet, I love that about it. So yeah, I want it to keep going, but I want it to maintain its balance of quality and service and price point and aesthetics. And yeah, I don't want it to lose any of that. And I love the fact that it's not a brand that is massively driven by trend. It has its very own distinct style, point of view when it comes to pieces, and it sticks with that, but still manages to bring out sort of a fresh twist. And I thought I would share with you just some of the pieces that I am really, really liking at the moment. So in terms of what's new, there is a lot that is new and is available. There's metallics across the piece in sort of mini Alexas, etc. There's the small Dali with a top handle. You've got pouches, you've got satchels. There's a lot of mock croc that is featuring. There's this beautiful black mock croc, this beautiful powder blue. So there's a lot of pieces that they have brought out in the most recent collection. I think will do very well. A lot of more muted colours have become available, which very much feed into the classic aesthetic of Mulberry. But they've also been exploring with some new styles. So there's a lot to really like about it. Some of the more pared back classic pieces don't resonate as much with me. I can appreciate the beauty of them, but they don't necessarily resonate as much with me. However, I do like to see them, and I like to see how the brand is sort of growing and satisfying really a broad range of customers. Come here. And it goes without saying that not every piece for me is a win when it comes to Mulberry. There are some styles I love, there are some styles that I think are a bit meh, and there are others that I just think are absolute no-nos and I really don't enjoy and I don't really appreciate all that much. So yeah, I thought I would just take the opportunity to share with you just a handful of pieces that I'm really liking at the moment. But of course, make sure to go and check out what's new for yourself, particularly if you're a Mulberry lover, or if in the summary of what's new that I've just shown down the screen, there was something that happened to catch your eye. But anyhow, the 5 pieces for me that I am loving right now. The first one, the black shiny small croc Bayswater. Now, is this a piece I need? Absolutely not, because I own a mock croc Mulberry Bayswater. So this isn't one that I would personally be buying. However, I love, and if I didn't have this one, I would definitely buy this because I love the Mock Croc Bayswater. I love the fact that this one is shiny. I think it adds an additional point of interest to the piece. I think it's a beautiful bag. It manages to be understated but impactful at the same time. Yeah, great piece, great capacity. I always say that the Bayswater is a bag that I believe can do it all. And yeah, I believe in that. £1,200, really good price point. It's an iconic piece, has been around for a long time, stands the test of time. They are well made. Nice piece, nice piece. And, you know, carrying on from ones that I own a variation of, this is this lovely Autumn Rose Heavy Grain, which is this beautiful, almost between a pink and a purple. The reason I say that I own one similar to this is because I have this one. So there are two pieces in this new collection that I have something similar on. So maybe finally I'm on trend, or I'm on kind of the right collection when it comes to Mulberry. But this is beautiful. It also comes in a lily, a small darlie. There I think are some SLGs in this colour as well. So there are options if you absolutely love this colour. It's a beautiful piece. All of the same things that I've just said about the Mock Croc. I love the Bayswater. There is a reason that I own 6 of them. I have them in various styles. I have patent, I have denim, I have pebbled leather, I have a slightly sort of less pebbled, almost smoother leather, I have Mock Croc, I have colours, I have neutrals. It's a beautiful bag. It's well worth looking at. I know a lot of people have owned these over the years and they've gone up and down in popularity. For me, I think it's an absolute staple of the fashion world and of bags in general. Next up, how stunning is this black and eggshell silk twill with this pattern? This is beautiful. Now, of course, it is intended to be worn as a scarf. I am thinking for the handles of bags, a scarf, or for framing. This would be beautiful. By the way, why could they not bring out a bag in this particular print? Could you imagine? Could you imagine that lily tote, that lily chain tote in this print? How stunning would that be? But this is beautiful. Like I said, this could be stunning for framing. Put it on the wall, pop of colour, absolutely gorgeous pattern. Love the scarves from Mulberry. I think they do a beautiful job. This would be really, really lovely with a scarf ring, or tied around the handle of a bag, or tied in a bow on a bag. Really beautiful, £160, good price point for a silk piece. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this. I think it's a beautiful piece, and yeah, definitely tempted by it. But I'm just trying to think, is the use case strong enough for me to go and buy it? But actually, the versatility of it, I somewhat appreciate. The only thing I think is, if you're going to use it decoratively as like framing, you have to go in with that straight away, because the last thing you would want is to use it, something happen to it, and then have the intention of framing it. Unless, of course, it's just that it used it on the handle of a bag and it gets a little bit dirty, for example, then you would just go and get it dry cleaned or laundered, and it would be okay. But if you're going to use it decoratively, my recommendation and my thought for myself would be, I have to go in with that straight away. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. The pattern is stunning. I love it. I've been looking for a new pair of sunglasses for a little while now, and when I was in London recently, I looked at many brands. I looked at Gucci, I looked at Versace, I looked at Dolce & Gabbana, I looked at Tom Ford, I looked at Lacoste, I looked at Armani, but I actually happen to really, really love these Cora sunglasses from Mulberry in the black cherry bioacetate. I think they're beautiful. I think they're beautiful. I love the fact that they have the, oh, which lock is it that has? Is that the softy? The side. I think, were these part of that? Is that lock? That's with Mulberry, you try and figure out which piece has which lock. You know, the one I'm most familiar with is the Postman's lock, which the Bayswater has, and the Alexa has, and the Darlie has. So I'm most familiar with that one. But yeah, I think this maybe is the softy one. But these are lovely. I love the colour. I love the shape. I love the fact that you have the almost like ombre effect to them. They have this kind of beautiful lens in them. £250. Again, the price point I think is fairly reasonable. That for a pair of sunglasses, you would pay double that probably for a pair of Gucci's that was similar, or a pair of Versace or Celine or whatever. So I don't think that's a bad price point. I haven't bought a new pair of sunglasses in a couple of years, so these are maybe ones for me to look at. The only thing I am thinking is I will be going away fairly soon, and I don't want to buy a new pair until I've been to the airport and seen what they have. I've got enough sunglasses to tide me over for my trip, so it's not like I'm desperate to buy a new pair, but I would like to have a new pair. These might be ones that I would consider. They come in black as well, which I like, but it's this black cherry acetate that I am most drawn to. Really nice piece. And last but by no means least, if you live in a climate like I do, or you live in the UK like I do, scarves are starting to become more and more important because it is definitely getting colder. We have started to see some frost, we have started to see some snow, we are certainly seeing some rain come in. The weather has been atrocious and unpredictable in the past sort of week or two. So scarves are definitely important, and I absolutely love this reversible tree logo scarf in the eggshell and poplin blue. Beautiful. I saw this in person when I was at the outlet recently. That was the same trip where I bought the new scarf for my orange Bayswater. This was really, really beautiful. £275 I think is a little on the high side. But if this were to go half price, I would be more than comfortable paying that. So can I see this being one that features in a seasonal sale? Yes, I can. So would I be prepared to buy it in a seasonal sale? Absolutely, I would. I think it's lovely. It feels beautiful. I love the colours. It's stunning. I love the fact that it's reversible. You have Mulberry on one side, then you have the tree logo on the other. It's a really, really nice piece. I thought it was worth mentioning because they are really lovely. And again, in the grand scheme of high-end goods, $275 for a scarf isn't terrible. You would definitely pay more for, you know, Louis Vuitton, etc. But I know that the brands aren't necessarily considered equal in terms of their brand value and perception. But it's just a little bit more than I would be prepared to pay for a product like that. 100 to 150 is really my limit. You can call me cheap if you want to for that, but there are certain products that I definitely have limits. And also I operate on a budget, so I like to get the most that I possibly can for my money. Completely forgot to mention this piece. As you know, I love to wrap the handles of my bags with a scarf. This one is stunning. I love the blue. I love the butterfly print. It's absolutely gorgeous. £85 for a Mulberry scarf I think is a reasonable price point. I love Mulberry scarves and I will continue to buy them. Even though a little while ago I said that I thought designer scarves that had bag handles were a waste of money. I have gone a 180 on that opinion. So those are the 5 that I have been thinking about. Is there anything from Mulberry that's recently caught your eye? Something else that's probably worth mentioning is I was in the outlet, as I mentioned, and they had a pre-loved patent Bayswater, which was black with flowers on it, roses, I believe. And I'll try and find a photo of the collection if I can. And I thought it was absolutely stunning. And I was looking at it, I got it down to see what the price was. I had a figure in mind that I would be prepared to pay for it, knowing what I paid for other pre-loved Bayswaters, obviously seeing how much the Bayswaters were at the outlet, which were new, and also knowing how much the Bayswaters are when you buy them from the boutique when they're, you know, initially released. So I had a figure in mind. It was high. It was high. So I was thinking I would pay something probably that started with a 6. It started with a 9. Which I was very surprised at, and I know that it was probably part of a limited edition collection. Maybe it was a collab. When I find the collection, I'll let you know. But it felt a little bit high for a pre-loved Bayswater, considering the fact that you can buy that new shiny mock croc that I showed you for £1,200. You could buy the pink for £1,300. You know, at the outlet, you can buy a new Bayswater for circa £700. So it felt a little bit misplaced in terms of its cost, which is a shame because I really liked it and I could see how I could style that with the outfit I'm wearing right now, for example. But hey, it was worth looking at, and just one that I thought I would mention in case there happens to be someone who loves that bag and is wanting to spend the money. I think it was 900 flat, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been slightly more, but from memory, I think it was 900 flat. So there we have it. Thank you so much as always for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Bye. Mwah.